Well, welcome back, everybody. So what am I doing now? Well, first is adjusting this camera a little bit, I think. And then moving my stay in the screen marker, which never works, right? So what do I have before me? I have my Imperial guard bunker that I got a while ago. Why do I have it? Well, that's an interesting question. I have it because that won't work. I have it because I need to get it built. That is supposed to be how that goes, right? I need to get it built, and well, what I'm trying to do, as I was looking at my shelf of all my stuff, my projects that need to get got, and I was like, you know, there'd be a lot more room on the shelf if I built some of these buildings and whatnot and got them done. So I figured I'd do that with you guys. We'll just sit, have a chat, build a building if I can get super glue open. And there are some portions of this where I will need to be using plastic glue, and I have a idea in my head, though it's not fully formed, because it wouldn't be one of my videos if I actually had fully thought out what I was going to do, right? That's just ridiculous. Who thinks through their plan before they actually implement it? What? No one does that. So, first of all, I'm going to put these corners together. They don't really go together the way you think they would, because you see these little details here. You think they would just snap together like that, right? Well, no, that makes a flat. What you need is a angle for the corner, so you need to do them this way. So make sure if you're building this that you pay a little attention when you're doing the build with the instructions. Instructions are not the greatest, I'm going to say that right now, but they're older instructions, and so GW has been improving those greatly in the last few things that have come out, as far as I can see. There's a lot of improvement in the instructions. Part of what I'm going to hopefully do on this one and get it done, or as we go through it, is magnetize certain parts of it. Because one, well, it can be easier to transport if it's, in a way, if it's fully assembled, but there are options to certain things in this that you may or may want to take, and sometimes building an army list, 5 points here or there can really make or break your list, you know. And in the friendly game, it's no big deal. You say, oh, well, this isn't there, you know, this all the dozer blades on my rhinos aren't actually there. I didn't pay for the points of those. But when it comes to a tournament now, sometimes you can't do that. WYSIWYG rules the day, and so you've got to be able to have these options without buying 20 different kits. And the secret to that is magnets. I'm supposed to get smaller ones soon. My wife ordered some. She said they'd be coming in, so we'll see how long that takes. If I can remember which one of these was the first one we sat down. I believe it was this one. So this should go in like this. It gives us a nice corner. It looks to be like that will be the case. So I'm going to go ahead and glue it. I don't know if you saw that, did you? Look at the camera, boy. Look at the camera. Okay, see? It's a nice corner. You can see the corner better than I can. But yeah. So I was trying to learn something about the memory of teenagers, let's say, today. Had to go and basically ride, passenger, DJ, because he's still got his learner's permit. But he had to go to the, I don't know which pet shop, I guess. It is a pet shop. don't we really get pets from. We get the mice for his snakes, but he had to go to the pet store that we go to, a local business. We always try to shop local and support our local businesses. And he had to go there and get the snakes, so another opportunity to practice driving, and so I had to go with him. And I was just riding along, and he made it there fairly well. It's been like his 4th or 5th time. He's had problems with like remembering, because he doesn't know where to go anywhere in town, because basically they get in the car with us and it's face down on the cell phone, right? These kids these days, they couldn't get anywhere. In fact, this is actually kind of goes along with it. It's another story, but I'll interject it in here in the middle of this one. Drew had to go pick up some of his friends and him from a party this last weekend and take his friend home and then bring Drew home. But his friend did not know where he lived. He gave me an address, and it was like, oh my gosh. It was a good 10 houses away from where he actually lived. Fortunately, he kind of recognized it because it was close enough, and we got him home, but oh my gosh. Did not know where he lived, and I'm talking 13, 14-year-olds. Yeah. Imagine that. I'll set this off to the side here. So then, back to the DJ thing. So he managed to get there without too much assistance. And then he was talking about some other things, and he's like, I don't know. Oh, I forgot about that, because he's supposed to be in charge of mowing the grass now, so he can earn some money eventually to pay for fuel in that truck that he's going to be driving around and all that. But then we finally got him to the gas station, because we're running low on gas, and in this area that you don't hear about it in the news, but there's a gas crisis. The stations are running out. There's a pipeline issue, damaged, and the gas in the southeast and northeast corridor of the United States is slowly disappearing, and they can't get it here as fast as we use it. Fortunately, our area is really close to down where the gasoline is refined and comes in, so we're the last experiencing that. But we're trying to keep the cars and everything popped off in case it gets worse before it gets better. But yeah, I got him to the gas station and handed him my debit card so he can go fill the gas, and he's got to learn how to do these things. And I think for a second, I'm like, wait a minute. So I look out the window, the back window, and he's already got the card swiped and he's filling it up, and I'm like, you know what? He can't remember a lot of things, it seems. But she sure as heck remembers that PIN number to my debit card. I believe I've only told it to him once, but apparently this is a memory that sticks with you as a child. PIN number to your parents' debit card. So yeah, that was an interesting little thing. Oh my goodness. Well, I glued myself. I put glue over there. Must have been on my hand. Oh, there it goes. That's like not working quite right. I think that's gonna work out. I'm gonna do this like I did that one building, where I do the 2 L's and then bring it together. I think that's probably the best way to get about it. Okay, so whoops, that did not work out. That did not work out. That's issues. Okay, I guess you gotta hold this a little longer till it sets up. And there we go. Don't touch it. Alright, so this one, I need to glue this here then. Had to check, don't want to glue it in the wrong place and end up having to pop something apart or throw it in the freezer overnight. My level of patience would not allow me to do that without my head exploding at some point. So I've decided, though, I don't know when I'm going to do it or on what I'm going to do it. I've decided to like take a model. You know, it'd probably be a Death Watch model, now that I think about it. An HQ of some type or something. And I've decided to have all the paintbrushes brand new, all the paints that I would need for it, and supplies, instead of like kind of making do with what I have, and just seeing how close I can get to the awesome professional level of painting I always see, and I'm always like, wow, I wish I could do that. Just seeing, you know, if I set myself up for success by having everything I need and the right quantities at the right time, if I can make a go of making something that's nice, you know, maybe not as nice as what someone with that particular artsy skills can do, because you know it's talent, that's true, but it's also skill. It's oh my gosh, this is harder to do than it looks. One side on, two sides on, okay, and hold these in a square. But it's a skill that's developed over time too. I mean, anything, skill and knowledge, and that's the word, experience is going to win out over talent every time. And I should know that. I should know that better than anyone, because I am a jack. Never really awesome at anything, but able to do a lot of things that other people can do, because I pick up on things really quickly. So there we go. I think I got the base. Now if you notice, it's just 4 windows. That's because they give you this door right here, and they'll show you in the picture they show 2 doors side by side, but it's just 1 door and it's 2 sides to it. There's this Mechanicus looking more like one, and then this more Imperial Guardy one actually. I think I'm going to use a Mechanicus side. I like it more. There's more to it, and it'll give me more opportunity to kind of, you know, improve my skills on detailing and stuff, to get better. And what that does, I guess it just fits over one of these. You just glue it in like that. Just make sure it's centered and covered up, and boop, just glue it in. I'm going to do that. I'm going to glue that because I don't see myself ever wanting to change it. And you know, basically I'd have to drill a magnet and flush it in here, and then paint it so you couldn't see it, and drill a magnet and flush it in there and paint it so you couldn't see it, although you probably would at some point. And there's really no need for that, because you have to have a door, right? And just pick a side and put a door in, right? This one's got some bullet holes. I'll pick one of these 2 here that doesn't have bullet holes. I like, oh, there's bullet hole there, 2 there. Okay, so it's either bullet hole up here, it's 3 down low. I like the 3 down low, so I'm gonna hit this one there. Actually, you can still see the kind of bullet hole, so it looks like I kind of hit the seal of the door. That's great. Alright, so glue on this side like this, just a little bit. But yeah, so I have some things to paint, but I'm holding off for the paint for a day or so till I can get into town and get some more of the Vallejo black, because I have the what is this, the Abaddon black, but it's not as easy to thin that down and use that for the airbrush, and I'm going to need to do some serious airbrushing. When I get them assembled, it will be the Deathwatch transport, they call it, but it's basically the Deathwatch Rhino / Razorback. And then I have a Land Raider that I got from someone a while ago that I just haven't painted yet. It's the DACA Land Raider, the Hurricane Bolter one. I think, was that Crusader, I believe. And so I'm going to paint that up for the Deathwatch. Put the cap on this for a minute. And then I have a few more guys that I want to be able to fill in some slot holes to make a serious, you know, bring the tournament and see how this works army. And all that's going to be base coated, and that'll just fry this Abaddon black that I have here. It'll be gone, and then when I have to go painting details and I need to, you know, fix any whoopsies and stuff, I won't be able to do that. So that will be a big issue. Alright, what I'm going to do next is clip off everything that I need for the next stage, and then take a look at how this might go together, just a quick look, and decide how I want to do this, because I think this is one of the areas where I want to go and be able to magnetize this, so that because the next level has the little gun emplacements, and the gun, you can either put the gun emplacement in there, or you can put one of these little thingamabobbers in each of the windows. And I want to see if this is an area where I can provide those options and save me some points if I need to, or just provide, like if I'm putting it out on a battlefield, these would be excellent for, like if it's just a like terrain, quote unquote, these would be excellent for making it look prettier on the battlefield, or giving it more character, rather than, you have little guns sticking out that you're not really going to use in that battle. So having one of these little decorative panels would be better. I will be right back with you guys in a second. Welcome back. Sorry if I sound a little out of breath. I've been having to do some real life chores between this take and the last one. Yes, even late at night. Text messages from beyond. Anyway, so I've looked at it. Let me shove this up for a second. I think I've got all this cleaned up. I've looked at it, and I've seen, you know, how thin this is and this, and then I kind of put them all together and see how much room I had to put my hand in here. And what I think is, if I glue these on, things will be great. It's this next level that I have to worry about how I'm going to do that. That's going to be the one that's going to have to be removable, so I can get in there and do the swap. I'm not 100% done, but I guess I'm going to show you. I started doing some stuff. Let's see if you can see this. See that little magnet in there? I drilled it straight through the top of this, and then on these things that I want to swap out, put one up there. Snaps in pretty good, holds, works for me. And then whenever I want it out, I can just kind of reach down in and press on it, pull it out, and swap it out for one of these. Now this I am going to have to adjust. Definitely going to have to take these off right here. And I'm going to have to drill into the front part of it, because if you look, see how far that magnet is up there. It's going to have to be pretty far in this. So I guess let's get on with that, huh? See if I can make this work. It's done now, right? Done nipped it off. It's not going to work the other way now. So it's super hot right now. Just felt the AC. It just turned on. Finally it figured out that it's not cool. I have to take both off, both the top and the bottom. I guess I cleaned the other, or at least one of these that I was testing. I just didn't clean these other two. So these will be parts that will need to be cleaned here. Okay, with all that gone, let's see. It should just fit in there. Yep. Okay. There's going to be a gap between those magnets though. So, it makes me wonder if I should glue it just on top. Oops. No. Okay. Let me get one. Apparently, yeah, it's got to go like this. So, okay, well here, let me throw it in there. Bink, it's stuck. See how this is going to fit. Yep. Yep. It just needs to be glued on top. That's not going to be super strong. Because of the gap. I mean, I could cut this off, but then that would sit too high. The skull would sit too high, it'd bump. So that's not going to work. So I have to do it like this. So, yeah. So, what I'm going to do I'm going to get a tiniest drop of this little blue paint over here. And then I'm going to take, I guess this drill bit, as good as any, get it right on the tip of the bit. Near here. Touch it there. And wipe off some paint on there. Yep. And then press that up good. See if this works. No, it did not. Paint dried. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm going to just go with it. It needs to be on the very edge there. I have to get it back out though. I have to glue it in the right direction, so lay it down. There. Actually, I want to turn it over because the best way to do this, I'm guessing. Okay, hopefully that's right. Don't want to glue magnets in backwards. It's not fun. I think the best way to do this is to put some glue here. Just on the tip where I need to glue it. I still want to bury it, but I don't think that's going to be wise. And then move it over here. This mat I got will provide. Oh, that mat would have provided me the distance I need, but there we go. That's fine. It's in the glue. Just move it to where it needs to be. And let's center that up though. Or maybe I won't. There's center. There it goes. Let that glue up. And while we do that, we'll deal with these bolters, heavy bolters. I want that to be, so I'm going to put glue here and here. And then that will touch. Where does that go? No. Well, no. How do I make sure that that stays without interfering with that? That's, oh, it looks like, oh, that's going to be dangerous. Looks like that tiny, let me see if you can see, that tiny little ridge right there, you see the little L, this lower portion of it? Got to put glue right there and only there, and then hold it so it's touching at the top, because it doesn't seem like it can touch the top and the bottom at the same time. Oh, that's going to be so much. I want it to be still movable. Oh, so. Ugh. Nothing for it though. Nothing for it. It'd be like when I almost had my Land Raider together, and then I glued that last track in the back, and I was holding it on my chest at a weird angle as it dried, and the glue dripped all the way down the track in the inside and sealed the front door shut. And yeah, that was, I'll tell you, that was rough. I was so sad. It really was. I'll hold this a second. Let this start to work itself. Think if I just keep moving this, done that before, just keep moving the one part I want to keep moving while the others glues up. That super glue that's open over here though, need to cap that off. So this seems to be drying okay. It's going to be something that might pop off, and I'll have to re-glue it if it does, as long as I don't lose the magnet. But I have some more. I think that's just going to be the way it has to go though, so that it will work. Let me throw it in there. Oh, whoa! It just grabbed it. Wow, it just took it. I don't want to press on the bolter too much because it's kind of stuck at this point. Yeah, there we go. Oh, it comes right. I mean, yeah, that's going to be perfect. And I know some of you are like, but what about this? You know what? You're supposed to put these bad boys right here on the top of the corners of the building, but I'm going to put them right there and cover that up. Ha ha! Yes. Looks like some of these wing areas I didn't get cleared off too good either. I never get it all, do I? Just, you know what? You'd think that would be a thing, because in the military, I was a nuclear machinist, which, you know, all in all, is just a glorified plumber for a nuclear power plant. And our biggest thing that they always hammered into us all the time, every time, all day, all the time, throughout schooling, throughout my career, day in, day out, attention to detail. Yes. Yes, and I still have problems with it. Oh, attention to detail. And, you know, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why. I should be more attentive to detail, but I do what I can. And you just throw this in there. Boom. Perfect. How's this starting to glue up? Feels like it's getting solid. Oh, it feels like I need to move this. Keep that moving. I think that is going to do well. That is going to do well. Awesome. That is going to be awesome. And so when this is built, I'll be able to reach down in my hand in there and just kind of drop it to the bottom. I probably will do that. But reach down and then like boom, and it'll snap into place. And then if I want to swap it, I'll just swap to like one of these, reach down in there and kind of set it in and push and snap into place. Ah, that's going to be so cool. That is going to be nice. So yeah, this one I had to deal right. You can see I had to drill dangerously close to the edge. I think the next one I'm trying to go back slightly a little bit. But this one did work out. The discoloration will be covered by the paint, and this little scroll work is masking anything else, so that's great. So give this another fiddle foul, set it off to the side, and I think next what I need to do is these other panels, because I really shouldn't be putting them in to the gluing them down until I get this operation taken care of. So basically what I did is I kind of just went slightly above this, didn't kind of not touching this, but slightly above it with my second to biggest drill bit. And this drill bit is too small for the magnets. The hole that it makes is too small. It's not quite big enough. But this one, slightly bigger, but it doesn't fit into my pin vise, and I don't want to break out my Dremel. And also, if I do it by hand like this, because of the lack of hand strength that I have at times, when I go to push it through, it's not 100%. I gotta get it back now. See, what it's going to do is, let me clear this out real quick. Show you if you can see it. Let's see if I can get an angle where you can see. See, it's kind of hit the ridge there. It's not 100% because it's at the top of the magnet. It's going to hit that. So when I push the magnet in fact, this magnet over here is not glued in right now. But when I glue the bird over it, then that will take care of that. So that is cool. And this magnet here actually isn't glued in either. I'm going to have to just put a little layer of glue over it. So that's a cool thing. Okay, here's another thing. Here's another thing. Okay. I want to make sure that I do all of these. Okay. So that way. I want to make sure I do all of these so that they'll work for any of these components. Because if I do them all different, then when I try to put a part in where the magnets are not in the same alignment, then it won't work, and then I'll have to be like, oh, it doesn't go in this one, which one does it go? And since I'm gluing this top part, I'm not actually making this removable or take apartable. Is that a word? So I'm not making it like that. Then it just makes sense. I'm going to press this in. It just makes sense that they all are interchangeable with each other. There we go. That's flat, and that's flat-ish. See how this works? See if it works on this one. magnet. Yep. Okay, works fine. Double checking everything. There it goes. Okay, they both work fine. So yeah, a lot of magnets gonna have to be done for this. Just this. Number of magnets it's gonna take. Let me grab some more off the sprue, the magnet sprue. Get them ready. Oh, don't magnetize the drill bit, please. Enough problems. Trying to pull them out of my little drill bit case, and then they're magnetized, and it's like all of them come out at once. Yeah, I need a demagnetizing tool. Well, that works. So there's another one down. I'm going to set that off to the side. There. Gained another one. Okay, touch it and then just come up. Oop, not that far. Up slightly. Center it up a little bit more. There we go. And like I said, these will be covered up by those little eagles. And the eagles look like they have some kind of, I don't know, some kind of, it looks like a flat ray gun beamy thing. Could be speaker, or could be a range detector of some type or something. That's basically what I'm just going to say. It's like a little spotlight or a range detector that they use to aim those heavy bolters. That will work great. And clean this side up with the hobby knife. There. And get the next size up in there. This really is a chore for me with this. Wish I had. Wish my hands weren't so. Need to get a wrench. Need to just use my Dremel is what I need to do. I need to use the Dremel. But no, I'm too stubborn to do that. Want to make life easier on yourself, right? Okay, I need to make sure. Again, I'll just use this. Nope, it's going to be the other side if it wants to come to it. So it's got to go in that direction. And, oh, don't. Slide it in place. There we go. Press down. There we go. That's good. Now throw this in to check it. Locks in place. I'm going to drill these out. Bolters, so don't worry about that. Probably that is something I should have done before because I don't want to put too much pressure on this, but I guess I can hold it on the outside and drill it. Should be fine. So there's 3 down, 1 to go. Sure we're doing the right one because the arch is going to be at the top. We did the right ones on the other ones though. Okay, we did. No. See, this is me all the time. Never a plan, just an action. Never a plan. I had plans, but then I never follow them. I just go by the moment. I am excellent in a situation. If you need to do something, like, and there's not a plan, it just needs to get done. It needs to be like done by the spur of the moment. I'm your guy. I am your guy. I can get from point A to point Z, crossing through all the points in between, one at a time, coming up with a way to get in between each of them. I can do that. But if you want a plan, yeah, then we're going to have some issues. See, planning isn't exactly my thing. I think that won't go through because it's kind of hitting on the ledge here, which is good because that's what we want the magnet to do. Okay, let's make sure this magnet is right. Wants to pull towards it. Going, oop, no. Don't magnetize my drill bits on me, my friends. No. Okay. I think I got it still. I think I know which way it goes down. Okay. No I don't. Darn it. Oh, what does that do? It's stuck. Oh, it's stuck and it knocked that out. Wow. Okay. Trying again. Okay, that's the right direction. Put this down over here so we're not having that suck into the drill bit again and magnetizing it. Come on, this doesn't want to go in here. Did we not do a good job? I don't think we did a good job on that second drill bit. I think I did a poor job drilling on that one. There we go. Oh, there we go. That's better. Alright, now we'll try that. Okay, we know this is good. We want that side down, because we've set it down in the right direction. We're not glued yet, so. Although I think it would be extremely hard to get these magnets out of these holes. I think that would be an issue. Let me see. Okay, ready? Throw it in. Ah, it works. Snaps right in. Perfect. That is perfect. Alright. So, great. So eagles glued over that. We got stuff everywhere. Better cover this before I stab myself. Oh, so I guess clean these up. I guess that's the next step, or a step we can take, right? Boom, snap it off. So I didn't clean these off either. Oh, no. Okay, we don't need that. Back here. You didn't go far. Alright, clipping them off. Whoa, that. Okay, that one went far. It bounced off the wall and then hit the ceiling, and I don't know, I lost it from there. I usually can track things by hearing pretty well. And, it's kind of a necessary skill when I was in the military. Because in the Navy, you know, you have the bilge, and as a machinist I'd be working on equipment and repairing it, and screws and bolts, and you know, they can tell you the person's name who mined the ore for each and every single bolt and screw in a nuclear power plant. It's insane. They have those kind of detailed records, and so it's a bad thing to lose nuts and bolts because they're expensive. And when we work on things, you know, if you would hear another bolt, or if another bolt would file, you'd want to find it. And they could go all the way to the bilge. And I used to just have a knack for, like, whenever something would fall, I wouldn't react right away. I'd just wait and I'd listen for it, you know, ting, tap, tap, toop, choop, bloop. And I would know what each thing was, and you know what kind. Okay, that's a deck plate metal, or that's a piping with insulation, or oh, that in the water, but it bounced off these things. And so then I'd follow down the things and look around and go, okay, it probably hit that, and probably hit that, and I'd usually get pretty close to it without too much trouble and dig it right back out. But that was a necessary skill to have, for sure. Did not want to be losing those things. You know, we've done with those holes, so that means I can pop this out, and I'm going to go ahead and get the bigger. I think this one's the one we really need. See, some of these are kind of a little bit slightly magnetized. Yeah, that won't work. Oh, well, I got to change this whole thing out if I do that. You know, I didn't know when I got my. I didn't realize when I got my thing that it had this extra. Well, it had this one. I knew it had this one. That wasn't the problem. Is that the right side? Let me check. Make sure which side I need to put in here. No, it's this side, yeah. But I really didn't know that this compartment and this bigger one was on there. No clue. Until one day I was messing with this and it popped loose, and I'm like, huh, and I twitched it off and I found that in there. I'm like, really? I have a whole other, two other bigger sizes, because I was just using the small drill bits. I thought the pin vise was only for the small stuff. So that was me. And, you know, it didn't come with any instructions or anything, so just first pin vise ever, didn't know that I had that in there. So some of you out there in YouTube land, if you've got a pin vise and you didn't know that's in there, you might check. Yours probably has one too. Okay, that's good enough for me that it has a hole. You do them all, because it doesn't have to be a deep hole, because you're really trying to create depth, and you'll do that with the paint. But you need a starting place for that effect, right? I'm going to do this one. Try to center it up as much as I can. Now I'm holding in the same spot I would be holding anyway, so yeah, I think with that other one that's already glued is that's not going to be an issue, because I can remember to go backwards one turn so I can kind of cut off that little spiral that it makes of plastic. Man, I tell you guys, I am tired. I have not slept much this last week. So much stuff to do and take care of. It's just insane. It's like critically crazy. But, you know, you do the best you can and catch up to sleep later. I think at this point in my life, if I wanted to erase my sleep debt, I would need to sleep for 2 years straight. I think, something like that. So, oh well. Yeah, because the military wasn't big on sleep. That's for sure. Crazy stuff. Tell you what. I don't regret the time I spent in the military. And I wouldn't want to spend any more time than I did. And that's what I tell a lot of people when they ask me about, you know, why'd you get out before retirement, or why didn't you get out sooner? And, you know, I just spent the time that I felt was my time, and got out when it was time for me to get out. But I tell you, there are small parts of me that would be like, man, if I could go back and tell my, you know, younger self, dude, this stuff is not that important. Don't you know, go crazy lifting that, or doing this, or getting into this, or volunteering for that stuff. Because in the end, what you give up, it's not going to be worth what you've given up. Certainly wasn't. I hope it is for someone. I do hope what I gave up was worth it for somebody. Certainly wasn't worth it for me. And I don't mean physically, I mean time, mostly the time that I had away from my children and my first wife, who, you know, several years back was killed in an accident. But that's and those are the parts of that part of my life I regret, for sure. Alright, let's get back to this stuff. So I guess I'm going to have, this one seems to be holding. It don't seem to be like it wants to come loose. So, okay, now I'm going to magnetize my clippers. I need a, oh, that's metal. So like my camera thing is aluminum, so that's not good. Alright, let's see. Oh, I was catching. This one is side to side. Is that one? Okay, it would be, except for the thing. Okay, so yeah, this kind of keeps it from getting slippery side to side as well. Yeah, it does prevent that side to side motion, definitely. Okay, so same as before. Oh, I didn't realize I'd closed it that time. Just a little glue on those little depressions. I would put it on the bottom of those, but that's not going to do anything. It doesn't touch. I can see on the other one it looks like it's glued good and solid on the upper part, but it's not touching the bottom part. Or if it is, it's just barely, so it's not going to be, you know. I just need to make sure I get a good solid connection on this top part. I'm going to push up on that and I'm set it gently off to the side so I can do the next one. I need to get all my pieces together so we can do this right. I'm doing no. Put this in first. Grab this thing. Okay, we gotta come up with a system here. Just a little glue. Man, if I had to use this little glue on things, I would have this little jar for the rest of my life. But sometimes it's just gotta use more. Yeah. Up you go. Up you go. Don't glue my bolter. Don't glue my bolter. Because I want them to have some range of movement. You know, that's something I didn't test. I want to see. Let's test this. Oh, it's upside down. Never going to snap in upside down, is it? There it goes. Side to side movement. Oh, yeah. It has, I mean, there's not a whole lot of side-to-side movement anyway, but it does have some. Once it keeps snapping back to center, but that's okay. Elevation works. So, yeah, I don't mind it. I think it's great. Maybe that'll work. I put about another magnet through here on the bottom, and that'd be like really held in. But I don't really want that. One, it might not be perfectly aligned, both of them together, and then it'll make it cockeyed in there. And two, it's just not needed. It's a step too far. Sometimes you have to just be like, this is good enough. Like the artists say, you know. I forget what this famous artist who said the hardest thing about art is knowing when to stop a painting. It's never finished. Not exactly that, but he said, you know, it's never finished. Art, you know, art is never finished, but you have to know when it's time to just stop and leave it be. Move on. I don't know, it could have been Michelangelo, because that guy was like famous for not finishing his work. That dude took money from wealthy patrons and didn't finish a lot of stuff. He really didn't. So, yeah. So look, oh, I'll show you this while we're doing this. Hand painted this, just hand based it just to see. It's a lot thicker than normal would be. You can tell, it's very thick. So yeah, definitely the airbrush is better for basing tactic. But I just wanted to get a coat of paint on it to see how it goes. And so I could detail the inner cockpit, get the guy in there. But that'll be a while for that. That'll be a while for that because he's still sitting on the sprue over here. And that's just kind of a side thing. Not 100% sure. When the idea hits me for something for it to, the basing parts of some kind of really awesome flying stand for it, or hovering stand, or whatever you want to call it, then I'll push forward on that. That's for sure. Alright guys, this video is going to be super too long if I sit here and drill the rest of these holes and stuff on camera. So what I'm going to do is drill the rest of these holes, glue the rest of these magnets, and then I'll come back when we assemble this whole batch of stuff together. Alright, I'll see you in just a minute. Welcome back. Yes. I also realized that I had put away my drill bits a little too early. I got everything gluing up over here. I put glue on top of all this, and it's all doing its thing off to the side. So I figured I would come back with you guys and we would start putting the walls in place. Looks like I really just need to put glue down here and then push the wall into place. Make sure everything's right side up, or not upside down. And just a little bit of glue will do me, I think. I was really wanted to be able to magnetize this part, but I just don't want to go through the. I could, but it'd just be too much. At least with the magnets I got. When my new magnets come in, I think I'm supposed to be getting some smaller ones. My wife ordered them from a place that she gets a lot of her stuff for her little thing that she does. And hopefully these are smaller, thinner ones, and then later on in the future I might be able to do that with buildings like this with thinner things. But so far so good. And yeah, right there. I think this will work. Alright, now this one looks like I'm going to have to go on, make sure. Yep, okay, make sure. Put glue on the wrong side. Well, I guess it wouldn't be too much of a disaster, but wouldn't be a help. It would be more of a hindrance for sure. Whew, that glue is just got a big whiff of that. That's pretty unctuous. Oh, there we go. I don't think that's the right word, but oh, it stinks. It's very stinky. Okay, oh, gotta make sure this is held. I gotta hold this. Gotta hold it. Let's trying to gap up. I don't want that to happen. I'll just make it weak. Sorry, I'm kind of out of the camera. I'll hold it here with you guys. Oh, no, no. Get back together. Also, I only got so many hands. Only so many hands. I'm watching YouTube over here. Oh, watch the... I almost didn't continue the video that Edic Bear did with a little model that he left in the thing to strip. That little warning he had at the beginning, I'm like, no, I don't want to see. I'm not big on horror movies. I'm not big on that kind of stuff. And I was just like, oh no. The humanity. what has befallen this poor Marine? He did a, let me get this off. This looks like a little bit too much bump for what I want to deal with right there. Even if I make a dent in it, it's better than the bump. But he did recover from it very well. Me, I'd been like, ah. I'd have come up with something, I guess, but it took me a little bit. Just crying, going, no. Why have you failed me, stripping medium? Why have you failed me? So, yeah, that was, like I said, I don't like watching the scary movies and stuff, and the horror and the horrible, horrible things. But it happens. It's partly one of the reasons I don't really want to strip some of my old models, but another reason is I kind of tell a story, you know. I tell a story of how I've gone through my journey of modeling and where I started and where I am now. So I look back at them, and yeah, I'm like, oh man, did you really do that? Was that really? Like, did you really think that was good enough? And then you could see like the base color through that. But I remember, you know, I did a lot of those sitting in my chair with that little metal tray in my lap, out there with my wife and kids as they were all watching television or something, probably Netflix or something. We haven't had cable television for many years. We just do Hulu and YouTube and Netflix. But yeah, out there, and you know, the lighting wasn't the greatest because they've got it turned down for watching TV, and I'm just painting on a little tray, and so something was done. It looked pretty good to me. Even if it wasn't quite 100%, how that all snapped together good. So yeah, I can still see. So I can still reach my hand there, and yeah, there we go. That is good. That's gonna happen a lot. I'm gonna drop it. Let me see these. That glue's not dry. Well, I'm hoping those will be fine too. Check this one out. Just with one hand and like, oh, perfect. Yeah, it's gonna work. Yep, that's gonna be fine. This one here. Oops. There we go. There it goes. Oh, no. What's up with these? Let me check this. Let me get this. Do it closer to me. Maybe I can see what's going on. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. The magnets are on backwards. No. Oh no, that's why these are popping. Ah, you kidding me? And back. Disaster averted. I had to pull out all these. I swear I tested them. I did. But I guess I did something wrong. I got them the way they go. Because now look. I get one of these. Put it here, and boom, it snaps in. Then it takes a bit to get out, and all the little, no, don't stick to each other. All the different guns do the same thing. Put them in, and you hear that, it just clicks right in. And it's all of them. Try a different one. Show you. Cool. Pop right in. And I'll do that every time, I think. So yes, disaster averted. You know, I probably should have taken the time to clip the next thing. But I guess we can put these little, I don't know what these are, bat-winged skull things. I don't know. We're gonna use our narrative and say these are some kind of a targeting system for the heavy bolters. And this will cover up the top of those magnets, and we get on there, glue. We will no longer have to worry about those magnets coming out for sure, or being needed to be painted and the paint coming off of them because they're metal. Just gotta do, painting metal is different than painting plastic or resin. But you know, when I was a kid and we were painting, they were all metal, but they were lead actually. I still have them in the closet box. All the miniatures I have from back in the day are lead. Don't let my kids mess with them. They always look at them and tell. LT's always like, every time he'll, you know, LT be like, mess with him anyway, even if I tell him not to. But then I'll always run, and how I know he's messed with him, he's come out of our bedroom and he'll be like zipping straight to his bathroom and washing his hands, and I'll be like, you been messing with stuff? He's like, yeah, but I wash my hands. He figures, you don't wash your hands, it's fine. That child. Back in the day. Okay, so that is awesome sauce right there, as they say. And I'll be able to reach in and do that. Alright guys, this back was really short, but I do need to go and look through and see what I need to clip out and get it cleaned up, or as cleaned up as I usually get it. Alright, for the next step, and I will be right back when I'm done with that. I am back. Alright, I have looked at this, I've got it, and then I was like, oh, let's start gluing things, and I forgot that you guys were here. Sorry, I didn't see you over there in the corner. So, got these little, I don't know what to call them, grates here. Must be a drain down there or something, because the rain can get in here all the time. Acid rain. I can't use these on like airless moons or anything. Make sure that gets in there nice, because what I think I'm going to have to do, because I don't want to glue this, right? Don't want to drop it either, but when I put it here, unglued, and then I put this one here and unglued, that kind of wants to not really hold in the center super well. And so if I glue it, then it's going to be more stiff in that center, and then I'll be able to glue it in like that, where it can have the little turret, or flip it over and glue it in like this, and then it can have that, and I'll be able to remove it and get in here and swap out these weapons. So after putting this one in, I realized the best place to put the glue is actually on the grate, not on the edge of the Bastion, because it's kind of hard to get the glue down on that kind of recessed edge there. Okay, let that go. I'm kind of seeing too how these are gonna work. I guess like that. I guess they go in there like that. Yep. Seems to be how that works. So let's get the rest of these grates in and see if I can actually do what I want to do. I guess I could go up from the bottom if I had to, right? In fact, probably can, right? Makes sense. But if we leave this part take outable, then we can do that flippy thing with it and have that or that. So that's an option. Because yeah, I could just reach up from the bottom and pull these out and swap them. Yeah, works fine. Probably that's probably the better option. We'll just do this so that we can actually flip this. But it is going to have to be glued together in the center here. So one more grate to go, and then we will start doing this. I guess we'll glue that, and then we'll start. Ooh, too much glue. Too much glue. Glue accident there. That's okay. That's okay. That'll just be extra stuck. I like the look of that though. That is a good look. Looks cool. All right. These. No, not these. We shouldn't do these next. We should glue this together so that it can have time to stiffen up, and then we can put it in. Sure, we got glue on all these surfaces. They're all going to be touching, and I've cleaned them up as best as I can. And just hold it perfectly. Holding it perfect. Probably put it down and do that, huh? And just squeeze it together. This does. No. I don't know what that's for. Okay, I think that's good though. I think that's good. So now these. So let's start getting these battlements put in. There we go. Glue is not gluing. I got a whole other unopened one though, so we are fine. And don't need to worry about the sides of this one, because we can put glue on the sides of the next ones that slip in place. Alright, get there. Hold that a second, I guess. Got it? Doing okay? Let's give it a twist. Stuff everywhere. Yeah, I put all the heavy bolters in place because I just wanted to see what it would look like. Get a get kind of a. There it goes. That's how that. Okay. There. And then that. Okay, that's good. Let's get the glue everywhere it needs to be. Then it's going to take some squiggling to get that in there. Perfect. But we can do it. Alright, let's start the squiggling. Which it just like slide in this up. Yeah, what? Just does it right. Oh my goodness. How's that look, you guys? Tell me if I was messing up over there, wouldn't you? Alright. Well, I don't know. You didn't tell me about the magnets that I got backwards. Till it was nearly too late. No, I don't blame you. Whew, I'm glad I got those back out though. That's hard. Oh, especially when you get them in, you've got it drilled like so they're going to be pretty much flush surface mounted, and it's hard enough getting them out when they're flush surface mounted and not glued. But then when you actually got the glue starting to set up, ooh! Talk about a small miracle that I got those. Oops! Oh well, they come out with push. Back in place. Alright, oh no, wait, it's upside down. There it goes. Pop, there it goes. Yeah, that works. Put them in that. That's probably the best way to do it. But I do want to be able to flip this floor if that's possible. I mean, if it's not, it's not. Getting the glue on here. No, I'm out of frame, but this thing's getting kind of big. Probably needed to raise that camera, but then you guys would be farther away. I don't know. Sometimes it's just 6 of one, half dozen of another, isn't it? Alright. Let me see if I can get this in here. Are you making? Yes. Okay, and then just squeeze a little. Oh, it's beautiful. I think, oh, don't glue me to it. I'm not going to be able to use that thumb for unlocking the phone, am I? Oh well. We got other digits programmed in. Okay, good. That's gonna fit now. Maybe. It's supposed to fit square, right? It's not square. This may be a bad issue. You might not be able to fit this floor in. Well, maybe I'll not be able to remove this floor. Maybe I have to glue it in one way or another. Of course, I'll glue it turret side. It seems like you do. It seems like, yeah. Let me pop these out because, here we go. Quick release. Because this is going to be, I'm going to be pushing and smashing on stuff to get this in where it needs to be. Alright, sorry about that, but you guys who probably built one of these before knew I was headed for trouble. That floor is like, it has to be in there if you're going to be in there. And I almost had it in, and I realized I had this one upside down. Now I'm just holding the sides because I had to pry the sides a little bit, unglue them, to get it in there the way I wanted it. And now I'm just holding them. But yeah, it's about done. It's a sturdy little bugger. I don't know why this one they have at the store is half smashed apart. I know it. Ow! I know it's hit the ground a couple times, so hopefully this one doesn't suffer the same fate. Hopefully I can keep it from being mangled. But yeah, I think it's going to turn out nice. A lot of super glue hazing, but that'll be fine. I can scrape that and then paint. And we'll never know. And if I want to swap these little babies out, I just grab one, reach in from the bottom, and make sure I get it the right direction. Pick a spot and push it in, and then it's in there. Or if I want to put a bolter in here. The only problem with magnetization is that you always end up with a bunch of parts you got to store all over. Oh, I can do those. So that is great. It's a point change. It's a look change. It allows me to use it as terrain without having weapons on it, or use it as a actual piece of an army, an Imperial Guard or one of my other armies that would use this, more likely than not. But there you go. Got it all done. Imperial Bastion. I haven't done the weapon thing yet on top. So what I will do is I'll get this all cleaned up and out of the sprue, and I'll come up and we'll finish this off, and I'll probably have to hold this for a minute anyway. So I'll see you guys in just a minute. We are back. I got the parts. I'll have lots of parts everywhere. So first, I think these are the things that are supposed to go above the little windows on the thing, but I put the other ones because I didn't think this was going to be wide enough, so I use them up at the top somehow, or maybe save them for something. I'm not sure what I'll do. Okay, first I'm going to put this very lots of pieces, parts. I don't know what this is called. Sensorium suite thing. Communications array. Don't know what it's supposed to be, but it's got more bells and whistles on it apparently than is absolutely necessary. So just put that together. That's not. Oh, that is a problem because that's all sideways. Okay, I guess you gotta make that straight. There we go. That's straight. That is straight now. Okay, and then up front here you have to. Come on, glue. Glue doesn't want to come out for me. Not a whole lot left in the bottle, I guess. This tall antenna with the skulls. This antenna goes over here. I just stuck it in because I was trying to figure out where all this goes, because the instructions are not exactly the clearest. And have to look really close and see where all the little dotted lines are going and everything to make sure you get things close. Alright, this piece goes right here on there, so let me put a little dab. I'm going to put glue here and here because I'm going to put the next two pieces on. And I don't want to fight with the glue more than I have to. Seems to be wanting to fight me here. I guess I could put this on either side actually, looking at the things, but That is where the instructions said to put it. Here, this goes here like this. A lot of antennas and lights and bells and whistles. Okay, this goes on the other side, but I think before I put that there, I need to do this middle one first, or else I'm going to have issues getting it in. I'm going to put some glue there, put some glue that one, because that will still be wet by the time I get it in. And man, this thing is it's a conglomerate of crazy. My fingers, yeah, straight forward this direction. Okay. Wow, that is fancy. That's a fancy TV antenna right there. I need one of these outside my house. Maybe I can pick me up some HBO or something with that. Maybe I put this out there. I can give me some Emperor's Broadcasting Network or something, right? I don't know. Should that be in front of that or behind that? I'll put it behind it and see if it sits better. Yeah, it sits better behind it. Probably it doesn't, not the way they got it looking on the picture, but I think it's supposed to be behind it actually. Okay, so super complicated antenna done. I'm just gonna set it on top of the building for now. Wow. Oh, and oh, this is a mess. We spread this out. Okay, let's take these things out. Okay, things that I know I can just go ahead and quick assemble with this little las cannon. I think this is a las cannon. It looks like a las cannon. Barrel piece on the tip. Oh, I know I'm gonna just glue my fingers all the heck, but I'm trying not to. Okay, got that one. Alright, what else we got? Okay, let's look at the instructions here. So that's the gun, and so let's do the little building thing first. Oh, this was supposed to come out. Whoops. Should have got that off before I started the film. Huh. Get that off. It's hard to clean these inside curves. Use that edge, that's a super sharp edge. I know because it nicked me earlier by accident. That was not cool at all. That's just a little nick though. Didn't even get to bleeding part. Okay, so this is the front. These are the sides. How does this work? Like that? That doesn't feel right. No, I think this. Yeah, that okay, that's better. So like that. Okay. So first one. Looked at the picture. Yeah, it goes the other way. It looks like it would go that slanted side front facing, but it's not. It's the unslanty side front facing. What's the back? That's the back right there. Okay. See if we can get it all together and then maybe just do a massive hold it with all my fingers as best as I can, even though I'd probably need like 20 fingers to hold it together. Ooh. Okay, you stay there a second because we have to get glue ready over here. Like that. Yep. Okay. Figure out which way is up and which way is down. Definitely don't want to mess that up. Get some glue on the side edges there. It's all gonna touch. I guess these are 3 different little options for the top of the Bastion. One for the Bastion and the gun emplacement, because this is the gun emplacement like this, which you can do like this right here, right? And I think this little hatch, yeah, it goes like this on top. So you can put the gun on there. This would be the bottom of the gun, so yeah, you can put the gun on there like that, or you can put this little sensor thing on there so it could be off on its own, make a nice little objective marker. It's pretty cool. Oh, I took the lid, came with it. Or you can put the gun on top of the building by itself, because it'll be built on top of this right here. Or you can build this little ring thing and it's got 3 legs and you can put the gun on that. So lots of options. I've never seen all these little extra bits. I've only seen Bastions that either people have brought or they're at the store, and I guess all these other options either got not brought or misplaced, or people didn't see the use for them, but these are like cool as can be as far as I'm concerned. So that one's done right there. So now there's those things. Got our bolter things and our other things. Got these little things too. I've looked in the instructions. I don't really see where I'm supposed to use these. So these things will find a home somewhere. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Uh-oh, missing one because this is something different. Oh, there's this too. You can use, oh, this little hatch thing. Just put it out and that can go there. Or the, there's that fourth one. Cool. Or the gun emplacement could go on top of that, or you could just put that somewhere. It's like a little, oh, what that, the buildings have the escape hatch, so this could be your marker for your escape hatch for your building. That would be a very excellent use of this. Put it in that way. Your opponent knows this is where you're escaping from. If you have the escape hatch option, you paid for that. Alright, next I'm going to build this thing right here, and it seems like it's just like that. Push in and that's it. Okay, so yeah, these are just going to be simple push in and glue. Nothing, they don't need to be moved, they're not supposed to be moved, and there's nothing that I could really do to make them movable. I mean, I could do some magnetization here, but that would just be more parts that I had to keep track of, and I've got enough for now. I need to get me some more storage boxes for all this stuff. Some smaller ones too, so I can start storing stuff like this in individual separate boxes. Yeah, this is like a little gun emplacement thing. It's cool right there. It also worked for this. This would make an excellent objective marker itself out somewhere. That would be nice. Okay, let's not try to take it with us this time. So there that goes. Doesn't really work any other way, but that's fine. Doesn't work like that? No. Yeah. Okay, so it's just meant to be used like that on its own. Make sure these are all touching the ground, the table. Alright, so we got that's off to the side for now. Alright, so this gun apparently is going to go together. Let's see, those are going to be backwards. So I need these two things. They need to be glued together. And then does the gun's got to be put in. Where's the gun? The gun can be just, is that supposed to be up or down? Looking up. Okay, so that's like that. Okay, I see the gun gets glued up in here. This is like this. This goes right here on this little saddle. Right there. This connects right here on the side, like that. Okay, and where do you go? Where do you go? Oh, you go right on the front edge of the gun, right there. Okay, perfect. Alright, now that I know what I'm doing, because I'd never play in these things. I know, it's not the best way to do. This is so unprofessional. So unprofessional. You could be much more professional than you are, mister. Come on, Stolas JC. Come on. Get professional up in this joint. Put glue here. And, oh, I need more than that. Glue there. A bit more. Glue on this saddle. Why is my phone going off? It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. The phone's supposed to have a quiet time mode on it, so don't wake up my wife when I have it in the bedroom, but apparently quiet time mode has been accidentally or inadvertently disabled. I have to figure that out. Alright, some glue in there. I think we can catch some of that glue on this edge too, because there's plenty of it. Yeah, not enough though. I didn't capture enough. I'm going to put more over here. This is all barely holding together. It's like I normally do. Just rapid glue everything and it's all barely holding together by the time all said and done. Just got to press this really hard onto this. Not really. There it goes, snaps on. There we go, that's how it looks. Let you guys see. There it goes, put together. Hopefully I can still maintain. I don't think I have to glue this, right? Because that'll fit in there, won't it? Yeah, that'll fit. And then these will be glued like this. Yeah, so then I won't have to glue that. Excellent. So moving on. Let's get one of these glued down. I think we should glue one, set the gun in, and glue the other one. That way we don't have any issues with anything. I'm going to push this rearward so it's touching the rear. And then I'll do the same with the other one. That way we know they're lined up and it's not wonky. Okay, so I think the best way to do this is to press this in on this side. Okay. And then, okay, straighten it up, get some glue over here. The last little bit of glue we'll need for this Bastion. Well, we have some other doodads close to the last bit of glue we'll need for this Bastion. Okay, set that in there, bend that out slightly, and there we go. And press that back to the rear. Okay, and then that's still going to be, it's going to be tight, but it'll be able to be moved. Yeah, I just got to hold that till it's done. Well, we can set it around places, so you could use that there. Like that. It's interesting, but I think it's using that for the escape hatch. That's probably actually what it's designed for. You can use it on this gun emplacement, like that. Perfect. Use it here on this little bunkery thing. Bunkery. And then you can take either one and place them up here on top. One or t'other. Perfect. So that's that of that stuff. Let me move this back over here. It was sort of out of the way. This thing really likes to stick to that. I can see using this like that or on the Bastion, and then using this as a communications array. I like that. Actually, like, oop, ow. Like, I guess, what do you think? Should be like this? I think like this. Like that looks better. I think like that, yeah. And then using that as a escape hatch. Okay, these little doodads that we have. Okay. The last of the doodaddies. Let's see. How do these look up here? They would look off. They would. Put them down here. Like this. I think I'm going to save these actually. I think I'm going to find a place for these somewhere else. These four. I think these are going to be used for something else. They don't need to be on my Bastion. I don't think they represent anything rules wise. If they do, then, well, I know where they are. I'll glue them all. I think these though, I might glue these. I might glue these on somewhere. They would fit right under these window things. I think that's a good place for them. So let me get some glue out. I'll show you guys, and I don't know if you can see so where it's at, so I will show you once I get this one ready to go. So the glue's kind of not going all the way back down. Ow. Not the best in the terms of being right centered on that rivet, right? There we go. Get out of the way. The guns and communication thing. Like that. Just above there. I think that works out pretty good. I'm going to do that to these other sides. I think I'm just going to put the glue on the area on the Bastion though. I think that's going to be my best bet. Trying to glue these little pieces of plastic and then get them into places. It's very difficult. Okay, one more, two more. Oh, some bullet holes would be messing up. Oh, well, I think we will. Let's see. See how this goes. We can always make our own bullet holes. See it? No. Kind of bullet holes kind of the side of it. I could just miss this thing. Maybe that's what they're aiming for. They're trying to take it out and affect the accuracy of the weapon up there. Some traitor legions or something, or traitor guard that actually knew what those were for. Decided they wanted to take them out so they didn't get dacked with those heavy bolters. There we go. Instar. It's done. So there I go. Finished the Bastion. Another project down. It is pretty good shape, I think, actually. You guys can see it. Let me do this. You guys go for a trip. Whoa, that's as high as I want to take you for now. You can see me back there now. That Bastion done. One of those lamps in the way. Out of the way, lamp. Got all the little extra bits. I can swap these in and out pretty easy. Just make sure the magnet's in the right spot and just drop them in. So that's pretty cool. In fact, let's drop all the heavy bolters in, and then I don't, hopefully they'll stay in place and I don't have less stuff that I have to try to find a home for. And I just snap right in. It's like locked in place. There we go. One more to go. Yeah, really like that I decided to do this upside down. Never gonna magnetize with the there it goes. But I decided to do that. I like that. And I like this as a separate piece, an objective marker or something like this is the escape hatch option. And then the gun, either with it or on the emplacement, because you could, I guess, you could use this with a the little wall thing. Forget what it's called off the top of my head as well. But yeah, got this project done. It is now off the shelf. Well, it's out of the box and back on the shelf. How about that? Out of the box and back on the shelf. So let's bring you back down here, where it should be, bouncing the camera. Alright, so I'm going to put all this stuff away and clean up a mess. Finish some stuff on the computer and go to bed. Be the first time I'm in bed before 2 in the morning in a long time. Alright guys, if you like this video, thumbs up, comment in the comment section below. If you don't like it, tell me why. Help me get better. I want to get better. Subscribe to the channel if you find things that you like here and you want to stay and learn about them. And if you don't, I'm not 100% your flavor. There is a bunch of channels down on my subscribe list that are, maybe they've got something better for you. Go down there and look at them. See what you like. I especially recommend channels such as Edict Beer, Tattoo for You. DZ Saber is up and coming. He's a really great channel. If you like terrain, the Terrain Tutor, got him there. There's a painting channel down there that I really like. Can't remember the name off the top of my head, but that's a good one. He just finished his three-legged Night Titan, or he's done the painting now. I finished the build part of it. I've been waiting forever. It's like 6-7 months that he's been working on that project. I just want to see it done. It's the awesomest thing ever, though. Awesomest thing ever. Alright guys, that's about it of this. Please share the video around, that helps as well. And I will talk to you later.